Up next, the French champions, hometown favorites. International to the Canadian team of Bourne and Kratz. They felt they were jobbed in Kitchener. Here are the French champions, Marina, Anissina, and Gwendal, Peizerat.
Well, we discussed her costuming at Skate Canada and how in the rule book it states that it must be modest, dignified, not theatrical or gaudy. And after leaving Skate Canada, the judges told them never to wear those costumes again. She was then quoted in the French...
Listen?
No, well, this is a different costume, but I don't think it's much better. Clearly, I think it detracts from what they're doing from the steps. It's really distracting to me. What I loved so much about this team last year was the passion with which they skated to the music. It really drew you into the performance, and I find at times with this particular free dance that the music at times is just sort of in the background, and it really doesn't draw me into their performance. However, I think they are skating it with more confidence here than they did at Skate Canada. I find that the skating in between is very basic. A lot of very simple crossover steps, repeated over and over. And that's what Shaylin and Victor were criticized for in the past. But that is not a really, really difficult free dance in terms of the intricacy of the steps.
Leaders after the original dance, fourth in the world in 1996, Anissina and Peizerat. Interesting to note, Barb, in Kitchener, the ordinals across the board, everyone had Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kratz first. We never had time to address it in Kitchener. There were two first-place ordinals for this team, one from a French judge, one from a Russian judge. Marina is Russian, Gwendal is French.
And you know what? As far as this sport has come in terms of getting away from the politics of it, it still remains in certain places. Ice dance, unfortunately, is where you get a lot of the politics, because there's such a fine line between what is good and what is great, and how do you judge it? It's art. It's so difficult to judge.
You may have hit it right on the head. It's art, and there are so many different themes. Some people love that theme, probably love that costume, but again, according to the rules, a costume is illegal.
To me, this costume belongs in a professional arena, professional shows, not in a competitive arena.
Artistic impression. They won't be beat in this competition, even with one dance team to come. Marina, Anissina, Gwendal, Peizerat. They are revered here in France. They are also the champions, with still one team to come.